Hello students, welcome to Spectra Educational Academy. In this video, I am going to explain the answers for VSAQ in chapter Mechanical Properties of Fluids. Let us begin with the first question. Mention any two applications of Bernoulli's theorem. The first application is Venturi meter. Works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. Second one is carburetor. Works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. Question number 2. What is the principle behind the carburetor of an automobile? So the carburetor works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. In the carburetor, there is a Venturi nozzle. There is a Venturi nozzle through which air flows with a large speed and at the end of the nozzle there is a low pressure due to which petrol is sucked up and there is a correct mixture of air with petrol for combustion. Let us move to the question number 3. What is Magnus effect? When a ball moves, also it spins. So while moving, ball spins, it experiences an upward force called as dynamic lift. The dynamic lift due to spinning motion is called Magnus effect. So you can understand that if you are interested playing cricket or watching cricket, you can easily understand this. Let us move to the question number 4. Why drops and bubbles are spherical in shape? So answer is due to surface tension. So surface tension keeps drops and bubbles to be spherical in shape and sphere has minimum surface area for the given volume. This is all because of surface tension. Now question number 5. Give the expression for excess pressure in an air bubble inside the liquid. So pressure is equal to 2T by R. So what is T here is? T here is surface tension and R is radius of the bubble. Question number 6. Give the expression for excess pressure in soap bubble in air. So the expression is P is equal to 4T by R. Now once again T is surface tension. R is radius of the bubble. Move to question number 7. 7 is numerical based on excess pressure. The question is find the excess pressure inside a soap bubble of radius 5 millimeter. Mentioned that surface tension is 0.04 Newton per meter. So the expression is 4T by R. Substitute the values 4 into surface tension, how much given? It is 0.04. Divided by 5 millimeter is given. So remember 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power of -3 meters. How it is means just 1 meter equal to first 100 centimeters and 1 meter can also be written as 100 into. So 1 centimeter equal to how many millimeters means 10 millimeters. You convert this, you will get back this answer. So therefore 5 into 10 to the power of -3. If you take this up, so it get multiplied with 0.04. So 4 into 0.04 into 10 cube divided by 5. So in another step, you can write that 4 into, so this will become 40. So multiplying 0.04 with 1000 by 5. So it will be 8 times. So answer will be 32 Pascal because Pascal is the SI unit of pressure. Now moving to question number 8. What are waterproofing agents and water wetting agents? What do they do? First, waterproofing agents. The substances which increases angle of contact are called waterproofing agents. So waterproofing agents decreases the wetting nature. So examples are what? Examples are like wax, you can say grease, even paints. So umbrella cloth, let us say raincoat cloths are best examples for waterproofing agents. Next, so there is another part here. What are water wetting agents? So here they increase angle of contact, waterproofing agents. Now what are water wetting agents? The substances which decreases angle of contact are called water wetting agents. Now, water wetting agents increases. Water wetting agents increases the wetting nature. So examples are what? Examples are detergents. Let us say surf. So these are the water wetting agents. Let us move to the next question. Question number 9. What is angle of contact? The angle between the tangent drawn between the liquid and the solid surface inside the liquid. How to understand this? So let me take a jar. So in this, water is filled. Now, so let us take even capillary tube. So capillary tube will be having a small nozzle. Capillary tube will be having a small nozzle like this. This is a small nozzle. So as and when this is dipped in water, so you cannot see with the naked eye, but if it is seen under microscope, this will be the appearance. So this is a fine bore, you can say. This is a fine bore. Even here also the surface will be, you can say, concave upwards. So this is the fine bore. Now, as I said, if water is filled here, this is all water. Yeah. Now, how to draw angle of contact? How to draw angle of contact means this is the angle of contact here. So this is the tangent, this is theta. So this is the angle of contact. If it is water, so angle of contact will be less than 90. The same way, if you take mercury in a jar, mercury in a jar. So once again, you take a capillary tube. So there will be once again a fine bore. Yeah. So if it is dipped in mercury, you will see the surface like this. It bends. So there will be convex upwards. Mercury will be convex upwards. This is fine bore once again. So this is filled with mercury. So this will be the angle of contact. So angle of contact will be more than 90 here. Now, let us proceed with the next question. Why water drops wet the glass surface and do not wet the lotus leaf? Same. Angle of contact is the reason. If angle of contact for the case of water drops and for the case of water drops and glass pair, angle of contact, let us say theta, will be less than 90. So you can say acute. So therefore it wets easily. Whereas for the case of lotus leaf, water drop and lotus leaf pair. Lotus leaf pair. So the angle of contact is theta is greater than 90. So you can say that obtuse. So this is the reason that water drop cannot wet the leaf. Next question, 11th. Define coefficient of viscosity. The tangential force. Acting per unit area and per unit velocity gradient normal to the flow, normal to the flow of the fluid. So how to understand this is, viscous force is proportional to area, viscous force is proportional to velocity gradient. If you combine these two, you will get viscous force proportional to area delta V by delta X. So what is delta V by delta X is velocity gradient. Now, so A is area anyhow. So if you remove that, if you remove proportionality, you will get a constant eta. Eta is coefficient of viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity. Right. So A into delta V by delta X. So this is about tangential force. Next, what are its units means? So you can understand that eta is equal to F into delta X by area with the delta V. Now force is measured in Newton. Delta X is the thickness, it is measured in meter. And area unit is meter square. Velocity unit is meter per second. So if you simplify this, you will get the answer is Newton second meter square inverse. So this is the unit of coefficient of viscosity. Let us proceed with the last question. That is question number 12. When water flows through a pipe, which of the layers move fastest and slowest? This you draw a pipe. This is the pipe. In which liquid is flowing. Let us say liquid is flowing. You take the natural color like light blue. Okay. So this is the liquid. So you can imagine there is a liquid layer in contact with the walls of the tube. Okay, so this is all these are all liquid layers. So the layers which are in contact with the tube, in general, they move slow. Due to property of viscosity, the layer which is moving slow makes the other layers also to move slow. So therefore, definitely the middle layer will move faster. So what you need to write is the layers which are in contact with the walls move slow, whereas the layers which are in contact, which are in the middle, move faster. So I'll give you another example. Suppose if you take some amount of water in a jar or in glass, you shake and you stir it well with the help of spoon. After allowing some time, once you come back and see, you find that liquid almost at rest. What is the reason? Means the layers which are in contact with the walls of the glass are almost at rest. They makes other layers also slowly comes to rest. So this is all because of property of viscosity. In my next video, I'll continue with the VSAQ in chapter thermal properties of matter. Thank you very much for watching my video, but don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives. Thank you very much.